Good morning, good morning, good morning, my YouTube family, friends, and anybody that just stopped by. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your few moments of your time this morning. I am coming just to say good morning. Hold on. My daughter and my grandson is here this morning. Yesterday we eulogized my brother. I've been talking about in the last few vlogs, and my brother that passed, he was found on May 2nd in his home. Passed away. They're not even sure what day, but right now that we're going with May 2nd, but it looked like he had been in there. But because the timeline was not known, they went with the day that he was found, as far as I know right now. But it's been a long journey. Tomorrow will make absolutely a month because of all the circumstances surrounding his passing. It took a lot longer to get him identified and all of that. So it's been quite a month, to say the least. But we were able to give him a proper burial yesterday, and he's buried in the family cemetery right beside my mother, who died in 2015. My daddy, who died in 2021. So I won't say it's a chapter closed yet because it doesn't feel like it. I would say might be a chapter beginning. Why do I say that? Because not being able to eulogize him, and then with everything that was going on surrounding it, somewhat feels like the healing process might have just begun. Yeah. So this morning I am going to I use this Tarte concealer. I don't even know about what I'm really doing this morning, but I had this purple. And the dress has a little bit of purple in it. One time, I would not wear purple because I'm like 5'8.5", right? And this is a heated eye curler. As you can see, I got my baby lashes in there. I don't have a whole lot of lashes, y'all. I don't even think I let this thing warm up properly. As a matter of fact, it doesn't feel hot or even, you can feel a warm sensation on your lid. It ain't warm yet. I'm trying to hurry up because I got now 21 minutes to leave. But I'm using a purple eyeliner. I ain't never used it before, but we're gonna just attempt and see what this looks like. But yeah, so this month has been quite, how can you say traumatic though, when it's the whole thing with people, like people were stealing out of his house. Like they took everything. They left 2 suits, took all his shoes, left the wash machine and the dryer and his 2 TVs. Everything else, gone. They took everything. That's because he lived so far away from us, right? And then they wouldn't let nobody go in the house. They wouldn't let nobody legally go in the house. Somebody was going in the house, weren't they? So everything that he worked for in his life is pretty much in somebody's hands, not ours. And it wouldn't have been in his brothers and sisters' hands, but he did have children. I don't know what this is, but I'm using the darker one. I always start with the darker one in the outer corner. That's just doing that to somebody's family. I'm sorry, they did leave the picture albums were gone, but there was some pictures that he drew that he could draw, but they were like family drawings, portraits and stuff like that. They didn't take those. I don't know, y'all. But we kept getting word that people was going in and out of the house stealing. So we kept calling the police down there. They kept saying it looked like nobody was breaking in. I guess they weren't even going in to see that his things were being taken. They was looking from the outside, no forced entry. Anyway. It's been a month. But we thank God for grace and mercy. We thank God for bringing us through. We thank God for the prayers of people praying. And when I say yesterday, y'all, people came from far and near. You know, it wasn't a giant amount of people, but the people that came, you knew they were showing love because it was a month later almost, and they still decided to show up. They still decided to be a part. And that was love. Because by now, I really wasn't expecting too many people. But they came out, you know, to share. And I was so grateful. And I tried to send messages telling everybody thank you. Because I am really grateful. I used this color in the middle. But I don't know what this color gonna do. Kind of look dirty, but I'm gonna use it. Okay, it's giving a nice little, I don't know if you can see that. I like that. All my brothers spoke I have 3 brothers. One didn't come. I don't know his reasons, but 3 did. And all of them spoke, y'all. I was the only one that didn't speak. And I don't regret it. I have never been someone who speaks out like that. But I wish I was bolder, not bolder. I do. I wish I was bolder. And I could have done, you know, I could have talked out loud. This is that gold highlighter by, not that y'all want the stuff that I'm using, because you know some of my stuff mediocre. Now that was a Juvia's palette, but some of my stuff be on the low, but not the I really ain't gonna use the low. I really like Urban Decay and Juvia's Place for eyeshadows because it shows up on my dark eyes. My dark eyes are darker than the rest of my face. So, hey, that is what it is. Then I said we're not going to worry about the stuff we can't change. And if I get the money or something like that, I ain't saying I wouldn't tighten up a few things on the body or something like that. But I don't know that I would change that, to be honest. If I got buku's amount of money, I probably still wouldn't change the color of the inside of my eye like, you know, people do. I probably would do a boob job. I probably would, as I get older, do me a little, I would. Ain't no need for me to lie. I forgot this until now. Oh no, and it went off. This might not happen this morning. This just might not happen. Because there's no need to be late this morning. I ain't got no excuse. A little hair gel up there then start acting up. When you first put it on, it's all right, but you know, she be all right long as you don't mess with her. I ain't gonna put no more on, I don't think, because I can just reactivate this. Bring it back to life. That's my rosemary. What I have, fennel seed, rosemary. What other kind of seed I got in here? I made a vlog on it, y'all. I can't remember it. But that's what I spray on my hair mornings. You know, I got my pipe cleaners in there to give me a little bit of a with a little bit of more thickness, because we discussed the fact that I have pretty much, at one point I had bald spots, bald. And it's coming, you know, it's coming back. It's not as full as it was, by no means. But we ain't gonna be worrying about for the rest of our life what we got and don't got on our bodies and all that. We can work on what we got now. We thank the Lord for what he gave us, and we can try to put a little bit a spin on that, try to keep it looking right. But I got dark eyes, so what am I gonna do about the fact that my eyes is dark, right? Try to fix them up a little bit, but I ain't gonna be somewhere crying about it no more. I used to worry about it because I got called a name when I was in school about it. I ain't never forgot it. I did end up putting some more of this main choice edge control. Put a little bit up there. And then this afternoon, I'm gonna, because last night I didn't get back till late and I didn't rinse that off. But when I get back, I'll take a warm rag and a warm cloth. I'll take a warm cloth and rinse that off my hair, because I really, as I stated before, I don't think the edge control is meant to stay on our hair for days and stuff, or wear it every day, because I think it blocks the pores and I think it's unhealthy. But we do everything we can to try to make ourselves presentable and keep our little selves up. And sometimes that includes doing things to our hair that is not the healthiest, you know, or I deem not the healthiest. Let's put it like that. Including pulling our sides tight when we need a little facelift. You know how you see glitter everywhere underneath your eye? But y'all, listen. They found my brother in his house. Gone, just like that. It looks like he passed away in his sleep. That brings some type of peace about it, you know. But I'm gonna try to put on these colorful. I'm not one of these people. I like black and blue and white. But today I'm colorful from head to toe. So I'm gonna try to attempt to put these on. And I'm gonna be summer walking. And I ain't never wore these kind of earrings, so I'm a little bit excited that I'm doing something different for myself. We're going to tie this hair down, I think, before we get to church, because it's just not even laying this morning. I don't want to put the stuff up there too thick. I might go ahead and do it, though. I always say that to y'all. I don't want to do something, and then I do it. But y'all be right here. It ain't like I lied. It's like I changed my mind. See what I mean? You put it up there harsh, and it'll go and lay it on down for you. It'll lay it on down. I don't think that's real healthy. But she'll take it on down. If it's slick edges you want, she can get even slicker than this if you really want. If you want slick, she can get tighter. But this now I ain't gonna. That's all I'm doing. Okay, that's all I'm doing. That's enough. All right, so we got to spray our face. You know you ain't doing nothing until you do this. Do all of that. You got to have your face in it. Amazon fan. Give me a minute. All right, and I'm just gonna do mascara because I keep messing up. And I done let this, I might be dead because I've been gone for 3 days. And I had that with me. And it takes a C charger. So it could be that it's just dying real quick. So I'm just gonna put mascara on. And call it a day. I'm putting on the Tarte mascara. It has a decent enough small brush. Not as small as my lashes need, but remember what I said about your mouth. You ain't doing nothing till your mouth open. Or you got to fold your lips, you know, like this. We thank God for the traveling mercy that he gave us. We thank God for every person that showed up yesterday. And I felt like the people that came with a heart to serve and be a part, to show love, absolute love. And I am so grateful. And those that wanted to be there that couldn't come, I'm grateful for them too, because there was so much time in between that, you know, a lot of people, life was still moving on. And y'all, we got to remember that too. Sometimes we be sitting around thinking that, you know, we got a lot of time. I want to think like that too, honestly. I say that I'm going to be caught up to meet him in the air. That's what I say. And we pray for, you know, that. All right, so we're going to put this dress on. Some kind of shoes that I ain't really thought of yet. And we'll be right back. What did I just do? Anyway, this is the dress. I'm putting on that shoe. And we're going to get on up out of here and go praise the Lord for the day. see my daughter in a minute, maybe. She is about, are you 8 months now? She's 8 months, still looking cute. Thank the Lord. The baby bump is growing. Dalen is probably about 5 pounds now in there, if not a little bit more, because we think her stomach got bigger in the last couple days. I think this is the time where they get their more birth weight. I could be wrong, but I think so. All right, y'all. Remember, you got to get out today, do something with your family. Something for yourself. If you stay there in your trauma, it's going to always be some trauma. And you know, trauma will generally lead right straight to what? Drama of some type. And you'll remain sad instead of growing. Yeah, that ain't what we want. So, but nobody will understand that except somebody who's been through some trauma, how hard it is to get out your house on a regular basis and keep moving and keep going and saying yes for yourself and saying no to the negative stuff. And that's no to the abusers. You know who you are. If you're an abuser, if you're around there with your lips poked out, pushing on people with your attitude, that's some type of abuse too, let alone if you're putting your hands on somebody. But you can mentally abuse people as well. So that goes right on down to the racism and everything. If you're a racist, I don't care what color you are, you're an abuser too. Yes. That is a form of rejection and some other stuff in there that I probably don't even know how to clinically name. But you know, look it up. Look at what you do to people if you're a part of that. Choose to be nice. You want to hell? Go to hell? I don't. Go back and look at my vlogs on that too. She probably slicking her hair up like I did. I see her. She's still cute. Hey, Coco. Hi, vlog. That's Dalen. Looking round.
Put my jacket on. It ain't all the way together.
Hey, hey. What happened to Jordan?
He ain't got no more clothes.
Oh, I was like, I thought he was over there. I guess we'll get breakfast without Jordan this morning. All right, y'all. So we're going on to church together. Very happy that I get to have some company to go with me today. Very grateful. Thankful. I'm thankful, y'all. Y'all know I talk about. Can you bring my coffee? I think it's in the closet. Don't think I'm weird for having coffee in the closet. I had coffee in there because it's where I was getting dressed. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. We ain't late this morning. If you notice, I think I'm up and I ain't even rushing out like I normally. I actually probably leave about 5 minutes. But I ain't telling her that because she'll take that whole 5 minutes or another 10 minutes. I was able to see my son yesterday. He came. I was pretty grateful about that too. So have a good day. Your story matters. We may pick this back up again later. We are thankful and grateful for today. And my mind runs back to my brother again. So it's crazy. Anything I think about grief sometimes is learning, especially when it's close family. It's learning to live days with knowing you're not going to talk to them again. There's Jordan. All right, y'all, we'll talk later.